This is John Smooth Reacts to Gardening, and yeah, let's get started. This video is called I Turn My Backyard into an Edible Paradise. The Kiwi Grower on YouTube. No spaces, The Kiwi Grower. Shout out to this dude. 24-minute video, we're gonna go ahead and watch it. Look, as you can see, he had like a before and after. The grass is all gray. And look, he made the grass all green, fruit trees green. I turned my backyard into edible paradise, so this is gonna be beautiful, y'all. Look at this.
Hey guys, welcome back to my garden or my backyard where I grow all sorts of different types of fruits in an area which was not so long ago just a bare piece of land. Now I've got anything from the more common types of fruit trees right through to the more...
These kind of YouTube videos where people were creating stuff, building stuff, 20-minute tutorials, how to plant, how to farm, how to create. Like, these videos are awesome, yo. Shout out to the people creating these tutorials on farming. Like the last video I reacted to, how to build those sheds, how to build those houses, how to build those tree houses. And yeah, yo, this is gonna be awesome. He's got fruit trees.
Rare and unusual types which really interest me. And they're all surrounded by all sorts of edible plants, flowering perennials, as well as support species like these that help everything to thrive. So yeah, I thought it's about time for a bit of an update to take you around, show you what's been fruiting over the last little while, what's coming ripe around now, and what is yet to come. So come with me and we'll take a bit of a look around and see what's been happening. So to start off with, if we go back just a couple of months into the early spring, we had the loquats all starting to fruit. And these are actually a really great plant because they fruit when kind of nothing else is really providing much produce. It's in that time where a lot of people call the hungry gap. These actually flower back in the late summer or autumn time. Then the fruits start to develop over the winter and then ripen up in the springtime,
really
while
like
everything else is kind of only just
peach
waking
apple.
up. And if you've seen my other videos, you'll know that I grew all my loquat trees from seed. And then
Berry
3 out of the
peach
4
kiwi
I actually grafted when they were still young. What I've ended up with is one seedling tree which produced some really nice fruits. It was a huge harvest this year. And it was actually the earliest tree to fruit, alongside one of the other ones, which ended up having quite a different type of fruit. It had more of an orange color to the flesh. And so, yeah, it's been awesome to have some different varieties. And the other good thing is that the other 2 loquats that I have turned out to be varieties that ended up fruiting a bit later. So I had quite a long season of loquats that I was able to enjoy. And those later ones were quite a large size loquat. They had...
Sorry about that, y'all. I'm gonna be pausing it when I talk from now on, but shout out to the berry family, man. I love berries. Look at those berries. When he was talking, I mentioned that it looks like an apple, kiwi, berry. And it looks really good. Like, look at that, y'all. And look at the abundance of it. You got tons of them. Everyone should have those in their yard. Look at that, y'all. It's like a bush. Eventually become a tree. It's pretty stuff. Berries are awesome. Shout out to the berry family.
Why should...
It's like a peach, kiwi, apple, strawberry. That looks good right there, y'all.
Yellowish flesh, and were just incredibly juicy. Not long after that, I had this amazing nectarine tree that was covered in fruits. And this variety is called an early nectarine. And the really good thing about this variety, where I live especially, is that we get quite humid summers, which can tend to end up rotting nectarines on the tree before they're even ripe, especially if they fruit later in the summer when it is a lot more humid. But because these are earlier on, before those humid conditions are very bad, they tend to just have...
Now that I think about it, yo, make some nectarine juice. I love nectarines, yo. Shout out to the nectarines. The only place I find nectarines where I'm from usually is like Publix. But hey, shout out to the nectarines. Nectarines are awesome. Look how much it bears. Like, that's a lot of fruit on one tree. Everyone should have just a couple of them. Every neighborhood should have those in their yard. Self-sustainable, self-sufficient fruit trees in every yard. Once I get the resources, I'm gonna be giving fruit trees to everybody. Look at this. Once you figure out what fruit grows good in that community, that specific area, it'll just blossom, grow big in that area. Like, you can tell that certain fruit's growing really good in this area. Like in Florida, where I'm from, peaches grow really good here, and berries and different things like that. Certain areas grow really good stuff, so find out what fruit grows good in your area and get into growing fruit trees. You know, it's awesome. It's an awesome thing to do. Do it with your family, do it with your loved ones, even just doing it with yourself. The movement of planting fruit, the movement of watering your fruit. It's good movement. The movement of picking it. Yeah, y'all, shout out to the plants.
It's a fruit with no fungal issue.
We are plants, y'all. Shout out to the plants.
And if you've never tried a homegrown nectarine, it is honestly so insanely good and so different to the supermarket ones. And don't get me wrong, I like the ones from the supermarket, but they are usually harvested when they're still hard. And so even when they ripen up, the flavor is a lot more bland, way less sweet than one that's tree ripened. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to try a tree ripened nectarine, it is just honestly so much more flavor.
Right, when they start to fall off the tree, that's when you know it's ready to pick. Like, when the factory, they pick it too early, and then it's sprayed to be preserved to dry, and then the moisture is taken out of it to dry it to make it last on the shelf. Like, people should be eating fruit straight from their backyard, straight from the grass they walk on in their community, to have a real connection with the air, their surroundings, everything, because it's like, people need to be able to grow fruit and be able to grow plants, tomatoes, onions, peppers, eggplant, cucumber. Those kind of plants grow good usually in all areas. They can grow in buckets. And yeah, people should be growing all kinds of stuff, y'all. Herbs, fruit trees. Yeah, y'all, look at this.
So much more sweetness. And when I bite into these, honestly, I feel a bit like Jake Sully.
And it's got no preservative sprayed on it. The only thing he had sprayed on is the rainwater, maybe some hose water, maybe some bucket water. Like, that's how we should be eating, you know. Every yard should have some fruit trees and self-sustainable, because the government ever since 1492 has been causing food collapses, making people blame people for no food, blame other nations for no food. So I'm going to show people that everyone should have fruit trees everywhere and be self-sufficient and be able to appreciate nature and love nature and love the fact that growing fruit trees and growing plants, and you pick them at a certain time and you can have a good time playing sports, dancing, creating art, creating boats, creating painting, whatever, creating rivers, connecting all the rivers to a place to gather, tree houses, because the more land, the more people growing fruit trees, the more people growing the land, the more the land will grow. So people just have to keep growing the land, growing fruit trees, and having fun, and learning to appreciate nature, learning to appreciate fruit, like all life did before 1492. And yeah, y'all, I'm here to remind us that all races, moon races, sun races, all races were growing nature. growing fruit trees. They want to make things complicated, like evolution happened through war and all this stuff, but evolution happens through eating fruit, guiding animals to eating fruit. And yeah, shout out to the plants. Like even horses, they eat fruit. Cows, they eat grass, grain. Like all animals, in my opinion, should be eating fruit, and like no animals should be killed. Like all animals have milk. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all animals should be able to be free, and if they want to give their milk, they can create recipes or do whatever with their milk, and be able to be free with no gates. If they want to build gates for the farm, they can, but just be able to be free and design nature and garden. But yeah, everyone deserves to be free and create outside nature and express with nature. And I'm here to remind us of that everyone has a different plant. Every race, every animal has different plants that they grow. Like cows growing mushrooms, and shamans taking these mushrooms and helping people heal with these mushrooms. Farmers helping other people heal with these plants that they grow. Bees producing honey and taking off the runoff honey that runs off the edge of their home. The extra honey, taking it in healthy amounts for the beehive, to where no bee gets hurt, killed, and keep building their beehive. And yeah, like all animals produce plants that are weeds, and weeds deserve to become plants, plants deserve to become bushes, bushes deserve to become fruit trees. And yeah, this is a fact. And all male trees that produce oxygen, they eventually produce nuts and produce flower when the land is grown right. So I'm here to remind us that all land should be bearing fruit, and all plants should be growing right, having flowers, having herb growing out of them, having fruit growing out of them. And yeah, this is a great video to react to. I'm blessed to be able to make this video and watch it back and make it for people to have a good reaction in gardening. And yeah,
Motherhood is hard, and feeling blue is one thing. But this may be something more. It could be postpartum depression, or PPD. As many as 1 in 8 women feel symptoms of PPD after giving birth. It can make you feel depressed or hopeless, like you're just hanging on, hoping it will pass. PPD can feel overwhelming, but it is a treatable medical condition.
Yeah,
Ask about Zurzuvae, the first and only FDA-approved pill for postpartum depression. You may feel relief starting in 3 days. You take Zurzuvae for only 14 days. Zurzuvae may cause serious side effects like decreased awareness and alertness, which can affect your ability.
but this ad's long,
They are usually harvested when they're still.
But they're talking about the medicine having all these side effects. Plants have no side effects. The only side effects is that you heal and your mind gets better. You grow. So plants are the way, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, let's continue this video.
Hard. And so even when they ripen up, the flavor is a lot more bland, way less sweet than one that's tree ripened. So yeah, if you ever get a chance to try a tree ripened nectarine, it is just honestly so much more flavor, so much more sweetness. And when I bite into these, honestly, I feel a bit like Jake Sully from Avatar when he first arrives at Pandora, and he bites into that fruit. It kind of reminds me of.
That's facts, y'all. When you grow your own fruit outside compared to eating store-bought fruit, it's like, this is how we should be eating. Like, everyone should be growing different kind of stuff. Every neighborhood, every community having a variety, every yard having a variety. I'm saying? Beans, rice, potatoes, fruit trees, herbs, having a base variety, and then everyone trading their base varieties, trying different fruit, and festivals, having fun, playing sports. And yeah, y'all, plants should be guiding the high. Plants help us to remind us to that we're all nature, we're all one. So the more we consume plants, the better. Right now, I'm smoking on some Florida THC, legal THC, bought from stores. So shout out to Florida, assisting me in making this video. I mean, if you want me to react to anything in the future, drop it in the comments. And yeah, let's continue this video.
That's delicious. After that, in the early summer, I started to have these apricots that were ripening. And this is the best harvest I've had from this tree so far. And I think it's just going to get better and better in further years. But the variety is called Golden Nugget. And man, these were so good. And many of you guys will know that I don't really like the fuzz on peach skin and even apricots. Whereas the good thing about these is that they have almost none of that. So I could just eat them straight away.
See what I'm saying? Like, everyone has their different fruit that they like. Like smooth textured fruit, rough textured fruit, hard shelled, soft shelled. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? And everyone deserves to create and create outside. Everyone has different ways of farming. Everyone has different ways of creating, and it all needs to be appreciated. People can learn from each other. People can try each other's plants. This is a beautiful planet, y'all. Like not everyone can board, you know what I'm saying? Not everyone can play basketball. And that's the beautiful thing about it. Like, we can appreciate each other's plants. Like, plants should be guiding high. Nature should be guiding high. Not evil governments, not evil scientists like Bill Gates or Elon creating crazy stuff with our taxes that destroy the planet. Creating stuff that is built off of unsustainable resources that we need to grow plants. So yeah, y'all, I'm here to remind y'all that shout out to plants. And yeah. But look, he said he likes smooth skin, textured fruit. Like, I love smooth skin, textured fruit too. Like peaches and plums. Those are so good. Grapes, you know what I'm saying? Awesome.
I'm getting any goosebumps.
Or like a blueberry compared to a grape. Like a blueberry kind of has a fuzz to the outside of it. Compared to a grape, it's smooth. Like every fruit has its use. Every fruit has a different taste, has a different reaction, has a different healing effect for the body that people need. And some people like more fruit, different fruit than others. But at the end of the day, you still gotta eat all the fruit year round. But during short times or periods of times, people want their fruit, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, people should be able to grow their own variety, strains of fruit in their yard. Have every seed available in that grows good in that community, available at community centers. And this is how we were living before 1492, y'all. Shout out to the plants. Let's go.
On my skin or anything like that. And yeah, they were just such a nice fruit. I just remember climbing up the ladder, being up the tree and amongst all these apricots, just thinking like, wow, I'm so glad that, you know, Calum 5 years ago decided to plant this apricot tree, because it just keeps paying off year after year, and things just get better and better with time when it comes to growing fruit trees. So it's so cool seeing every year more and more things come to fruition, and I can just appreciate it.
And look at that, yo, he's got a fruit basket, right? Like, every neighborhood, like trick or treat, or like having a mailbox, right, should have fruit baskets. And when the fruit tree gets mature enough and is producing an overabundance, like there's gonna have to be more neighborhoods, more land created, because the fruit trees, it creates more land, connecting all the rivers to the places the houses and gather creates more land. So it's like nature really is beautiful. Like once that fruit tree gets big enough and mature enough, it's gonna produce so much fruit he can have it for free in his yard, like trick or treat. And then he can go to other yards that have mature trees and try their fruit for free. So it's like, it really is a beautiful thing on this planet, you know. And you could have a sign if you wanted to. Take 1, take 2, take 3, take 5, take up to 10, take up to a dozen. Like back in the day, baker's dozen. Because with that one, with just taking one or taking 1 or 2, you can grow a seed from it. And then that farmer growing that plant, because he's only able to give 1 or 2, it's going to help him through time be able to give 5 or up to 10 or baker's dozen. So it's like everyone should be growing fruit and plants, producing plants, having fun on the planet. And yeah, I'm gonna show people how to have fun on the planet. We have all kind of stuff. Like, this is awesome, y'all. Having a good time right now. Looking at that fruit basket. I'm gonna go get a fruit in the kitchen or something. That looks good right there. But yeah, yo, shout out to the plants. Right now I'm in the mood for some like banana, peach, mango, pineapple ice cream or something, you know, frozen. And I've made ice cream in the past. When you put enough banana in it, it tastes just like ice cream, you know. And then if you want some sweetener, you can put some, what do they call it? Agave. You can put almond milk. You can put coconut milk, cinnamon, all kind of stuff, clove, all kind of sweeteners out there that are really healthy for you. I love healthy sweeteners. I'm in the mood for some ice cream right now, yo. I might go get some fruit. But right now I'm thinking about some plum, banana, almond milk ice cream, frozen, with some walnuts and some peanuts with peanut butter in it. That would be really good, yo. It'd be like a strawberry brownish color, or like a pinkish dragon fruit color. I love ice cream that comes out to that color, y'all. Tell y'all right now, I make really good ice cream. I'm gonna make a video about ice cream in the future too, so look out for that too. But yeah, y'all, shout out to the plants. Hold up, y'all. I think I got an apple right here. Here we go. Yeah, I got some peanuts. If you ground up peanuts, you can literally make peanut cheese, peanut milk, adding water to it. You can make peanut cheese just by grounding it up, adding oil to it. But dude, I'm telling y'all right now, like, this planet is awesome. You can make, like think about what I just say, you can make peanut cheese by adding oil to it on the grill, cracking it up, cooking it slow with the steam pot on top. And you can make plant milk with nuts, by adding water to it and mixing it up and adding enough nuts till you get the right texture of milk you want. That's awesome. And I've had almond milk, and I grew up drinking real milk. Like, this is more nutrition. Like, you could drink 10 milks you can get the same amount of moisture that you get from drinking one of these plant milks with, or the same amount of electricity and moisture that you get from about 10 milks. Yeah, you get the protein, but like at this point, people are getting too much protein, like too much milk, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. We need real plants. You know what I'm saying? Plant milk. We make videos about plant ice cream, plant cheese, plant milk. Make all kind of awesome videos with y'all, man. We have a good time. But yeah, y'all, let's go.
Through the early summer, I've also been harvesting some different types of berries, including
Doing stuff outside, inside, doing stuff with the chimney. We have a good time, y'all.
these wine berries, and I really like these. They have quite a unique flavor, and I really should have covered them with netting, but I didn't, so birds have been smashing them. But I have had some of them, and they are really nice. I really like that. It does have a little bit of a wine kind of a taste, so you know it's quite accurate to the name. It's quite different to other types of berries that will kind of have a similar sort of just tart, juicy, sweet kick. This has.
And what I mean by doing stuff with the chimney, cooking, you know, farming outside with plants, like nature really is awesome, you know. Like with every plant, you can make oils. With every plant, you can even make paint. With every plant, you can even make, you know, all kind of stuff. It's an awesome plant, y'all. Like, there's literally a rainbow for every plant. Like every certain strain, anciently before 1492, had every rainbow color of it. Like rice or bananas or apples, like you still got green and red apples, but back in the day, you literally had blue apples, yellow apples, orange apples, purple apples, blue apples, what's that color? Red apples, orange apples, yellow apples, green apples, blue apples, purple apples, and yeah, that color right in between purple and blue, I think it's indigo. Basic. Yeah. But yeah, all 7 colors of each plant had all 7 colors, like before 1492. This is truly a beautiful plant, y'all. Like every community would produce like a different color of that plant, you know what I'm saying? And different varieties would grow in different communities, and different people would show different farming techniques, and people would trade plants. This is an awesome planet. And it's like, if you want to grow a big farm, it's like, why not? People should be able to grow as much as they want. Like, this is beautiful, y'all.
Yeah, that sort of winey flavor. It's really nice, smooth mouthfeel because there's no like little tiny hairs or anything on the berries. They're nice.
And going back to that point, I know I'm pausing a lot. I need to let it play. I'll make another one, reaction to gardening. Make a part 2, part 3 of gardening. All kind of parts of gardening. But making that point, you can literally make wine. You can make oil. You can make, or I don't know the laws about wine. You should be able to make wine, because the effect of it is more natural, and the high of it is more natural than store-bought wine. But you can make all kind of stuff with plants, y'all. Like the moisture, different moistures that come with plants. Like, we're not consuming plants right, y'all. There should be juices for every plant. You know, like that, going back to that concept of having mailboxes and fruit baskets, like people can be handing out juice with their fruit and they have an overabundance of fruit, you can make a big old thing of fruit juice with that overabundance of fruit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this plant is beautiful, yo. But yeah, let's continue this video.
Smooth, and yeah, I really like them. They're good texture, good flavor. There's also been a lot of elderflowers this year, so I've been going through and harvesting lots of those. And I have dried quite a lot of them to use as tea through, especially the winter. They can be really good to have if you get sick. They can help to manage fevers. And I also use some of the fresh flowers to make some elderflower cordial, which is such a nice, refreshing summer drink.
See, they're just talking about drink. That drink was really good. I think he made that one of
Now that
his
we're in
fruits.
midsummer, all of those elderflowers that I
That
didn't
looks
harvest
good
have
right
turned
there.
into these beautiful dark purple berries. And so I can go through and pick these, and I just go through, place them in a basket, and just freeze them on the stems. And then
And the fruit had a natural carbonation when it didn't have all the false preservatives and like unnatural farming techniques done today. Like, it was grown in his backyard. So, like, had a natural carbonation to it. Like, people were drinking soda. Like, this is a natural soda, y'all. You know, I hate to say it like that, but like, cause like, you know, I used to love soda too. Like, it's got fruit on it. But as time goes on, like, I've come to learn that the fruit on the soda should just be made with all fruit ingredients. And it's better when it's made like that. And the moisture, the reaction that you feel, you literally heal when you drink it. The soda today, the drinks today, you drink it, it doesn't even heal. It's like, that's why I haven't stopped drinking that stuff. And it's not like people, you know, want to be drinking that stuff. People are happy with whatever they got. People are good people. You know, they still got the fruit on it. But in my opinion, if everything was made natural, everything made with plants, like vapes actually being made with plants, candy being made with plants. Now you can take dried fruit and shape it out into whatever shape you want. It's a beautiful planet. And, you know, truly, yeah, y'all, I'm in the mood for some juice right now, but I think all I got is some water. I got a lemon in the kitchen. I'm gonna get some water with some lemon, y'all. It'll be good.
a couple of days later, I'll take them out, and because they're frozen, it makes it a lot easier to get the fruits off the stems, and then I can just freeze them into a smaller container. And just like the elderflowers, these are such a good fruit to have through the winter because they have a lot of medicinal properties that can help with colds and flus. And I actually made a whole video all about elderflowers and elderberries if you want to learn more about these incredible plants and the reasons why you should grow them, because I help with colds and flus. And I actually made a whole video all...
And I'm rewinding this part because you see how he's putting it in a pot with some water? He's literally making a tea. Like a fruit tea. Like a wine kind of / fruit tea because it's berries. Like, that looks really good. That dude's getting creative in the kitchen, y'all. Shout out to that dude. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's continue this video.
About elderflowers and elderberries if you want to learn more about these incredible plants and the reasons why you should grow them, because I definitely think they are worth growing. They can grow really well in cold climates too.
Every yard
and,
should have at least one sweetener.
They are very prolific.
A couple sweeteners in their yard.
It's also plum season here at the moment, so this tree behind me here is called...
Sorry about that, I need to pause it, but shout out to the cinnamon. He threw a cinnamon in that berry tea that he had with water in a pot. I was saying shout out to the cinnamon. Everyone should have at least one sweetener in their yard. Shout out to the cinnamon, yo. I love cinnamon. Cinnamon bread, cinnamon donuts, cinnamon ice cream with the ingredients I said, fruit, banana, and almond milk or plant nut milk. I love that kind of stuff. But yeah, yo, I'm gonna show y'all how to make ice cream the right way. Simple ingredients. Simple. We're gonna do it right and party, y'all. Yeah. And it's like if you wanna go crazy on the sweeteners, go crazy on the sweeteners. Like there's so many plant sweeteners out there that are so good. Like all these preservatives and fake sweeteners that don't even have, they got fruit on it, but the sweetener doesn't even have fruit in the sweetener that they're putting in our food. So it's like, does the FDA really even care for us? Like, we gotta grow our own fruit, grow our own plants. Everyone should have at least one fruit tree in their yard. Every fruit tree, when mature enough, can produce for every family. And this is the beautiful planet that we live on. And I'm gonna remind people how beautiful this planet is. Stop war, stop plague, stop disease. And we're gonna show people how to heal with plants, how to have fun on the planet. And this is awesome, y'all. I'm blessed to be able to make this live. Shout out to the plants.
Havana plum. It has these large, dark red fruits on it. And there's a bit of an interesting story about this variety. It was one that was actually found growing just on the side of the road down in Hawera here in New Zealand, actually. So someone probably just threw a seed out their window as they were driving along and it turned into a really nice plum tree. So yeah, it's a bit of an example of don't necessarily let someone tell you you can't grow a fruit from a seed. And obviously it depends on what type of fruit and all of that. And with plums, you know, they often cross-pollinate with other varieties, and so the seed that you grow may be a little bit different to what the original fruit was, but in this case, it ended up being a really nice-tasting fruit.
Right, like once you get the seed, and then once you plant it in your yard, the dirt and grass that you walk on will make the fruit produce in a whole other way from where you originally got it, from the land that you got it from. So it's like, plants are so beautiful, yo. And they adapt to your yard, they adapt to the air in your environment. It really is beautiful. Everyone should be eating plants from their own yard, from the grass they walk on. This is an awesome planet. Like some apples with some peanut butter. Having some nuts growing in your yard, having some fruit trees growing in your yard. Some potatoes with nut cheese, having some potatoes, having some nuts growing in your yard. Like some people, that's all they need. So simple. Like some people, all they need is one fruit tree. Some people, all they need is like some nuts, some potatoes, some nuts to make milk, nuts to make cheese. Like this is really a beautiful planet. Like I'm really excited to even deck out my yard and show y'all how to live on the planet. Like this is gonna be awesome. Let's go. And shout out to Florida for having legal THC. If you got Legal Leaf in your area, go shop at Legal Leaf. That's one shop I'll recommend for sure. Their product is really good quality. Shout out to Legal Leaf. If you got Legal Leaf in your area, go shop at Legal Leaf. Yeah, yo, let's get back to the video.
So let's give it a try. This is a little bit of a smaller one, but let's have a look. So, yum. It has a good mixture of sweetness and tartness and a really beautiful red flesh, as you can see.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Have a look at these large juicy plums as well.
Plums.
These are Louisa plums from this tree here behind me. And these are almost like mango shaped. They're really cool looking plums. They're huge as well. And
I get plums from like Publix, and they grow during a certain time in season and stuff. Man, if I see some plums on the shelf, best believe if I got the money for it, I'm getting some plums. I love some plums. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the plums, yo. If you haven't tried plums, give it a try. And it's like peaches, like nectarines. There's a whole lot of plums in the plum family. You can try a whole ton. Find the one that you like. Plums, nectarines, peaches, what's another one that's similar? I can't think of it right now, but there's a couple more that are really good. Like pears, it's like a peach apple is so good. Like, or like a pomegranate, it's like a plum berry. It's, all these fruits are literally so good in their own way. It's like, yo. And then some stand out like, yo, this is a base. And then some are like so unique in their own way. Like, they grow in a certain environment. You know what I'm saying? And every community has a special plant that grows in a special environment. Every community is awesome. Every land is awesome. Every plant is awesome. Every plant is awesome. Every animal is awesome. And yeah, this is facts. Shout out to the planet. Shout out to the nature. Yeah, y'all, let's continue.
Are a variety that originated here in New Zealand as well. So they've grown all over New Zealand and also in Australia quite a lot.
That's
But
pretty.
they haven't spread hugely, I don't think, through other
He's
parts of
got
the world.
butterflies
As far
on
as
his
I'm aware,
hands,
and
yo.
there's, I think,
While
a
he's
reason
picking
for
it.
it, which I'll tell you
That's the
soon.
way it
But
goes.
there is a reasonable amount of fruit on this tree, although I'm kind of guessing probably by next year it's going to be just absolutely loaded next time, because these are very heavy croppers. You end up getting so many fruits on these, so much that you don't know what to do with them all. Let me show you what it's like on the inside. Oh, so juicy. Have a look at that. So a really nice yellow, goldeny flesh, and these are just such a crazy juicy plum. Look at the juice coming out of that. This one doesn't have the trait that...
And even having animals like birds, cows, having animals like butterflies, and they all produce the fertilization needed for the plants to continue to grow. You feed them grain, grass, and the cycle of the planet, all life-eating plants, truly is beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And like the way the moisture content of plant is taken out just so it can last on the shelf for a long time, be sold for a long time. People should be able to grow it in their backyard. And if they want to try it from a faraway land, yeah, it's going to be dried out, but it's still going to be good. And if you want to go to that land to try it, you can go try it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, this land is so beautiful. So, like, the moisture content in the plants to make it last on the shelf, like, it wouldn't have to be taken out if you're eating it from your backyard. And eating it from your backyard, everyone needs that. Everyone deserves to feel that feeling of healing, of eating fresh fruit from your yard, from the grass, from the community that you walk on. And yeah, this is facts. Shout out to the plants. Shout out to the planet. And I'm blessed. I'm thankful to make this live stream. Drop a like, drop a comment if you're enjoying. Yeah, let's go.
I was kind of talking about before.
We gotta hit the bell for nature. We gotta hit the bell for peace, understanding, light, and awareness, and for peace, and for everyone to have a good time on the planet, and for kids to have a good time on the planet. We gotta hit this bell, y'all. Everyone deserves to have a good time on the planet. Everyone deserves to grow plants. Everyone deserves to express by building with wood, copper, iron, sustainable materials. This is facts. Peace, love, and light, y'all. Let's continue.
But we'll check this one. So, this is something that tends to happen with Louisa plums for some reason. At some point during their development, the tip of the seed actually detaches from the fruit and it ends up usually in the tip of the fruit. Sometimes it even kind of migrates around and you'll get this hard little bit of shell. This is actually quite a big one. Sometimes they're just very small, and I think that might be the reason why they haven't kind of been widespread in a lot of different countries, because of this unfortunate trait, which, to be honest, is not even an issue for a home grower, in my opinion. I wouldn't at all let this put you off growing this, but yeah, something to be aware of so you don't crack your tooth.
He's talking about like the outer shell that's on the seed. When planting, you can keep the shell on the seed or take the shell off. Like, depending on the quality of your soil, you have to see, like, okay, is it gonna grow with the shell off, on? So, like, the plant really is beautiful, you know. I just want to explain that, what he's kind of explaining right there.
This is the full seed here, so just that little peak.
And just explaining that, like, think about that. You can literally create a whole nother family, a whole nother tree, whole another land with one seed. That's beautiful. One tree, y'all, can feed tons of people. You make juice, make all kinds of stuff. Trees. Like, we should have fruit trees everywhere. We got all these male trees that provide air, and I'm not saying male trees are bad. All trees are good. You know what I'm saying? But there needs to be some fruit trees, that bear fruit, and like, yeah, this is facts. Yeah, let's continue this video.
Kind of come detached and ended up in the fruit.
And I'm gonna be making more gardening reactions. This is just my first one that I'm gonna be making, but I'll be making more reactions in the future about gardening. Shout out to gardening. It's a fun thing to do. If you haven't done it yet, if you got a nice yard, take the opportunity. It's a great feeling. Go outside, dig, and plant some seeds. Put some water over the seeds. And watch those seeds blossom and grow. Find out what grows good in your area. You could even buy the seeds and just experiment and just throw the seeds and figure out what grows and just keep growing what grows. And yeah, y'all, shout out to the plants. You can get really creative. It's an awesome planet. But yeah, let's continue.
I also have a lot of these damson plums this year, growing next to this very evil plant, which I'll show you in just a minute. These almost look iridescent, especially in the evenings, when all of these kind of purplish blue coloured fruits are just glowing.
And I was just about to mention, there's so much variety. Like, look at the color of the blue on that. And he had the reds, he had the greens. I mean, that's beautiful thing. Like, every plant has a different taste. And like blueberry soda or strawberry soda, I remember back in the day, like, it would have its taste. It would actually taste like strawberry and blueberry. And as you get older, it's like, wait a second, dude. There's not even any strawberry and blueberry in there. So I'm gonna help y'all create videos on how to create real soda, real drinks, real smoothies, real ice cream, all kind of stuff. We're gonna have fun on this planet, yo. Like, thinking about it, like some Faygo, what do they call that? Raspberry fizz or blue raspberry fizz, like that flavor right there. That was a good flavor. You make that flavor naturally with some natural blue raspberries and some natural blueberries, some natural sweeteners. Make some natural soda. That's what I'm about to do here in the future. Make a video about it. But yeah, y'all, let's continue this video.
Light. They almost look unreal. This is a variety that is amazing for jams. I've shown you guys these before. You can do a lot of cooking with them and make all sorts of things, but they are quite a sour plum. That's why they're good for jams. I actually like eating them though when they are ripe because I like sour flavors. So if you like that too, you'll probably like eating them fresh as well. It's not like incredibly sour or anything. They still have a very nice flavor. But here's a ripe one. I'll show you the inside. There we go. Kind of an orange colored flesh. And yeah, it definitely has a good tang. Alright, here is this evil plant that I mentioned, and I'm growing it because it produces fruit, but I decided finally,
And blue raspberries don't grow good in my area. The purple, red, and blue, and kind of dark blue ones do. And then black raspberries, kind of like dark black. And then they got, when they're black, they usually have like a red tint or a purple tint to it. So all raspberries are really beautiful. But I'm still gonna make that blueberry drink somehow. That blueberry fizz. Find out what blueberries are out there that grow good in my area. Like, everyone can create and grow and create stuff based on what grows in their area. Like, what's in their store. Like, get the seeds from the plants in the store. Start saving seeds from the plants that you get. I'm gonna show people how to farm, how to properly get rid of the peels of plants. Like I saw this cool dude on YouTube. He had like this trash bin with dirt and leaves, and he'd be throwing his peels in there, and the peels would turn into dirt. Like, he wouldn't even tell that he threw the peels in there after they've been in there for like 3 days to a week. Like, if you throw a banana peel in there, the banana peel just turns black and turns into soil. So it's really good for the soil. So yeah, yo, shout out to the plants. I'm gonna show y'all how to do that. I'm gonna show y'all all kind of techniques how to farm and how to be biodegradable with nature, like the peels of fruit. Like, that's the natural trash, and the trash continues to grow nature. Like the packages that we put on stuff today, like I did research. Sometimes the plastic is made with like corn, all kind of stuff. You don't know what the plastic's being made of these days, but yeah, yo, shout out to the plants. And everything should be made in sustainable packages and preserved properly. And yeah, yo, we're gonna figure this stuff out, like whether it's mason jars, fruit baskets, sealed fruit baskets, figure this stuff out. Like, this is a beautiful plant. Yeah, yo, let's continue.
I'm going to get rid of it, so I thought I may as well show you before I do that, because I will probably not be growing this again. Ow! Its common name is Kerryberry, at least that's what I know it is. And the leaves almost remind me of an orange berry, if you've seen those ones that grow as a ground cover.
That's some peanuts right here, yo.
But this is, yeah, almost like a large version of that. And I reckon the leaves look really cool from the top side. That's one of the reasons I like growing them, because, you know, I like growing the unusual stuff. But look at this. The bottom of the leaf even, and all of the stems of this is just absolutely razor sharp. Especially if I ride past here on the mower and a bit catches my arm and it leaves scratches on you. The scratches end up raised for like a day. They do have actually very nice flowers. It's one thing they have going for them. These beautiful little pink flowers. And then those turn into nice little berries that are a bit like blackberries, really. But yeah, for me, I would just rather
those blackberries
have
are really
something else
good. They
growing
got
in
that
the
red
spot.
tint.
And I have kept it here because I can mow around it, and so it's not going to spread, because
red
they would just keep
juice is
spreading
so
up the
good.
ground. getting larger and larger and taking over.
Those berries grow
But
good
yeah,
in my
it's
area.
taken over enough, so unfortunately.
Y'all research what berries grow good in your area. Grow 'em, man. Find out what grows good in your area. Like, this is a beautiful planet. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's websites, and I think there's maps. The last time I researched it, like, about what grows good in certain areas. It might be hard to find it now, but research it. The more people research it, the more people look into this stuff, finding out what grows good in certain lands, areas, to give you the right air that you need from the grass that you walk on. Shout out to the plants, y'all. Let's go. And the oxygen, creating blood flow. The juices, flushing out whatever toxins and bacteria that the government's putting in us. And yes, we all should be growing plants. Shout out to the plants, y'all. Let's go.
This is a plant that will probably be getting removed. I'm so sorry, plant, for saying that in front of you, but I'm not sure how yet, so wish me luck with that one. Guys, I just saw this Cape gooseberry, and you'll never believe what I just found. So we'll pick this one and this one here, which is crazy. Alright, let's take a closer look. Okay, so we'll start with this one so you can see what they usually look like, which is this beautiful golden fruit nestled inside a husk. Now let's check out this one.
He wasn't lying. He's got a berry paradise, yo. Shout out to this dude. He's got a great example of a yard, yo. He's got all this variety. Shout out to this dude right here.
Oh my gosh. 2 Cape gooseberries in the one husk. Twins! That is so crazy. As you can see, there's only one stem, and then, yeah, 2 fruits. So strange. Have you ever seen that before? I've grown so many Cape gooseberries, and I have never once.
That means it's blossoming really good in this area. That's a good sign right there, yo. Shout out to the plants.
Come across twins like this. So weird. Let's give them a taste. It actually feels like a bit of a castration. Oh, oh my gosh, they're stuck on there. Oh. There we go. Oh, yum. These are so good. Such a tropical kind of a flavor. It's like
Shout out to that dude.
pineapple and mango and cherry tomato. It's quite sweet, really nice. There's a nice big one here too.
A second razor for my pubic area? Game changer. Made specifically for horsehair and thin skin. Venus.
Booking.com has all kinds of stays. Because a romantic
Just
hotel
let these
works for
ads
some,
play, yo. Alright.
but not others.
Sorry.
Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Y'all make good ads. You feature on the John Spoon. Feature lawn care. Look at that. That's a nice lawn right there. Got herbs, flowers, bird fountain.
Girl, you pretended to be the white Italian man's fiance? Shit.
Yeah, that's another thing too. These movies and shows, they do need to have better message for the masses and stuff like that, yo. Overall, not all this drama stuff. I'm gonna make some shows too and movies how to unify out in nature, have a good time out in nature, yo. Yeah, let's go.
Remember a few years ago I showed you guys this cherimoya tree, and it was a grafted one that
In nature, plants, it is intelligent, so the more plants that people are growing, the more people consume plants, the better we are plants. And yeah, yo, this is a fact. Every being, all life, has plants grow and that grow from their fertilization, like cows having mushrooms grow, bees having honey grow. We all have a different plant that grows from our fertilization. And this is facts, yo. Shout out to the plants. And yeah, we continue. Yeah, let's go.
From a nursery. And when I showed you, I was telling you that we had just gone through winter, it had fully died to the base, and I thought it was dead. But turns out just the graft died, and then from the base, it grew back. So I guess it's just a rootstock cherimoya. But it is flowering now for the first time. It's looking like a really beautiful, lush tree. It feels so kind of tropical standing under here. And yeah, it's nice to see those flowers. So fingers crossed, it will turn into some fruits. We will see, but I will keep you updated. Speaking of subtropical fruits, have a look at these. These are all my tamarillos. And again, just like last year, they are just absolutely loaded with fruits. And last year I was so stoked to get such an enormous and amazing harvest from them. So yeah, it turns out that they are doing it all over again, which I'm so stoked about. And yeah, really looking forward to that. And then underneath those, we've got this. This is a pepino melon. And man, these are just so prolific. Look at the bunch there. There's like, I don't know, it's so much weight. They haven't started developing the purple stripes yet, but these are in the shade, so they might just go sort of an orangey color when they're ripe, and they're already getting close to that. It's cool that they are perennial, so they're always here as long as you can protect them from frost, which I have up against my house here, so it doesn't get too cold for them and not really much frost. Here's a ripe one here. I don't usually eat the skin, but that was not bad at all. Look at that, so juicy.
I'm gonna pause it real quick and then adjust the brightness a little bit. I see myself going beyond the ice wall.
There are a lot of other fruits yet to come as well over the next few months, like these apples here, which there's tons of those, and lots of pears as well. And I really should have probably thinned these out a bit because there's way too many. Some Chinese quince here. This is actually a seed-grown tree, and a pineapple quince tree too. There's still lots of peaches to come as well, tons of persimmons and figs, and it should be yet another crazy productive feed row here as well, so I'm really looking forward to that. It has been incredibly dry here though. The ground is drying out really badly. Even the pathways through the food forest are just completely brown. There's cracks that are forming in the ground, so I'm really hoping for some rain soon. But despite that, most of the trees do seem to be coping okay since I heavily mulch everything. And there is a lot more that I could show you in here, like Sichuan peppers and cherry guavas, plus some other rare fruits that are flowering too, which is exciting. But I'll no doubt share more about the other types of plants that I'm growing in future videos, so if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. As for the veggie garden this year, I've kept a little bit more basic with what I've planted, just because I haven't had heaps of time to work on it. But there is something in here that's very cool, really interesting, that I've never seen happen before. So I'll show you that in just a minute. But in here what we've got growing is some potatoes. I've also got some sweet potatoes growing, and I've put in this patch of New Zealand yams too. There's also courgette or zucchini, and these ones did get away on me a bit, so it's going to take a bit to get through all of these. Cucumbers here too. A few different types of chilies and peppers. These ones are called Hungarian hot wax peppers. They're hotter than jalapenos, but not by a crazy amount like the ones that I tried last year. These ones here are green cloud chilies. These have a more mild heat. I would say kind of similar to jalapenos, but probably even more mild. While we're here, I'll pick some tomatoes as well. And I actually put these in quite late, so they're only just starting to ripen up now, which is a lot later than usual. But there's a decent variety of different ones in here, so grab a few of those.
I love tomatoes.
At this point, I'll just kind of let them go all bushy, and I'm not doing any more pruning, just leaving them do their thing. Let's pick this kohlrabi.
Every garden every yard should have some tomatoes and some onions. You know, shout out to tomatoes and the onions, or some cabbage. But you don't gotta have it, depending on the person what they like. But based on what I cook, you know, I'd have to have some tomatoes and some onions. You know what I'm saying? Some peppers. But someone else, their preference, you know what I mean? It might be cabbage, lettuce, kale, salad, olives. You know, they might not like tomatoes, and that's respectable. You know what I'm saying? I'll try their olives. You know, seasonally, occasionally, you know, they might try my tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? That's the beautiful thing about this plant. You know, like, this is truly beautiful plant, y'all. Let's go.
It's gotten pretty big. Hopefully it hasn't gone too far. It should still be nice enough to eat. Unlike this big beast over here, which I decided just to leave in because it got away on me and it's gotten so huge. Once they get to this size, they're no good to eat. They're kind of woody and really tough. And so I'm really curious to see what happens with their life cycle. So I'm going to leave them in. But this is the one over here that I wanted to show you. This one is also massive. It's a green kohlrabi. But out the top, you can see that there's all these mini kohlrabi.
That looks like a tropical island cabbage. That looks good, yo. I'm gonna try that in the future. I think he says it's kohlrabi. That looks good, yo. That looks good. He knows what he's doing. Yo, shout out to this dude. He's got good variety in his yard.
It's growing out of it. And I've never seen this.
He's got the vegetables growing in wooden crates. And then he's got his fruit trees growing. And it looks like he's down maybe a little south, maybe a little north on a sunny day. But man, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's got a good garden, yo. Shout out to this dude.
Before, I don't know if any of you guys have, or if it's a normalish thing or not, but yeah, this is super interesting. But I reckon you could probably just pick off, you know, some of these kohlrabis, these ones that are freshly grown, and eat them, because since they're just young and fresh, I reckon they would be really nice and tender and good to eat. So yeah, really interesting. And I've kind of grown a little bit attached to these big fellas. Perhaps we need a name for these two that we're keeping. So leave your name suggestions below. There's a few more things growing in this veggie garden too, as well as some different flowering plants that I put in for the insects to enjoy.
Look, and he had a variety of those kohlrabis. He had purple kohlrabis and he had green kohlrabis. Shout out to this dude right there, man. He's kind of explaining what I was saying. You know, having varieties, different strains. That is awesome. He had different strains of bugs, vegetables. That is awesome. Tomatoes, berries, different strains of it. Yeah, this is a respectable garden right here. He has a nice garden. Shout out to this dude.
And lots of sweet corn. So this one here I just noticed.
And on top of that, he's got corn. Look at that cow right there. Shout out to that dude. He's got a nice dog. You know what I'm saying? That's living life right there. Shout out.
Is looking like it is ready to pick. You can tell because the silks coming out the top have gone dry, and they could go probably a little bit further, but we'll pick it anyway. There we go. And the thing with growing your own corn, why I reckon it is so worth it, is because although it's very cheap at the supermarket at the time when it's in season, growing it yourself, if you have the space to do so, is so much tastier. And that's because as soon as a corn cob is harvested, the sugars that are in it actually start to turn to starch, and that means that it will become tougher with time and will also become less sweet. Some people eat.
And if you make corn, I suggest season it. Like, you can make garlic flavored corn, you can make Cajun flavored corn, you can make pepper flavored corn. You can make like a olive flavored corn. You can make all kinds of corn. You know, you can make a herb flavored corn, like an Italian seasoning garlic. That's usually my way to go when I'm cooking corn. I usually put a little bit of cayenne, some herbs, and some garlic. I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of good ways to cook these plants. Like, people need to be growing seasonings, growing sweeteners, growing vegetables, growing fruit. It all plays together, connect the rivers, drinkable water that can be canoed to other places to gather. And if you look at the maps before 1492, this is how we were living on the planet. All moon races, all sun races being valued for the plants that they grow, for the different sports that they have. Yeah, this is an awesome planet. I've said this point before, like, but not everyone's able to board as good. Not everyone's able to play basketball as good. Like, that's why the planet's so beautiful. But like, every race has like one person that can play the sport very well, and every person can go and watch each other play, represent different symbols, represent plants, represent animals, and have a good time playing sports. Like, it's awesome. Be like, yo, I'm growing peaches, he's growing apples. Yo, I'm about to represent the peaches. Got the peach neighborhood going against the apple neighborhood type. I don't know. That'd be fun to watch. I'd have to tune into that game. You gotta hold up. He said, what about the apples? He said, what about the peaches? That'd be a good game to watch, yo.
Whereby, like, putting a pot of...
And each team going in the game, you know, they know that the peach is good, they know that the apple's good, but they themselves, you know, were going to be curious, you know, on how the game would flow and go, you know, representing those symbols, representing those plants, you know. During certain years, what symbol would win. During certain harvests, what plant would win, what plant team representing the plant would win during certain harvests. Like, that is the original AI, that's the original technology of sports. Like, that's awesome. Sports and plants. I'm gonna show y'all how to live on the planet. Like, we're gonna have a fun time. Shout out to the plants, yo.
hot water on the stove top, getting that boiling, and then running out, grabbing a corn cob off the plant, and then racing back in, chucking it in the pot. Because, you know, the sooner you do it, the sweeter it's going to be. I don't know if it's that exaggerated. Maybe that's just for lols. You can even eat them raw if you wanted to, but let's have a little look. Oh, yes, delicious. And yeah, definitely, it still could have had a bit longer, to be honest, because they weren't fully dry. But I wanted to pick one today, so, oh my gosh. Beautiful. So good. And yeah, definitely could have, you know, swelled up a bit more, gone a bit more yellowy, but it will still be really tasty, I'm sure. Still good. And I'll cook this up, but even just like that, it's so delicious. And the other good thing, of course, about growing your own is that you know exactly what's gone into it. You can grow them organically. You don't have to spray them with God knows what compared to what they do if you buy the commercial ones. You know, I think I've changed my mind. I'm not even sure this is going to make it to the pot because it's so good just eating it.
I love corn and potatoes. Like, each land produces a different corn and potato, and each corn and potato is good in their own way. Like, I can't say one corn or potato is better than the other. Like, I love corn and potatoes. I love all corn and potatoes. Like, people have a certain thing that they like when it comes to plants, and that's the beautiful thing about it. People need to be able to grow plants, figure out what they like, figure out what seed grows with their yard, grows with their energy, grows with their fertilization. You know what I'm saying? What plants grow with their liking. You know, having a liking in certain plants, that means that plant will grow good for you. Yeah, yo, this is a beautiful plant. Shout out to the plants.
Like this. Maybe because it's immature, it's like even more tender. But
or just finding out what plant you like and being able to move to that area where that plant is, learn about the plant, grow the plant. You know what I'm saying? All plants available with, rivers connecting all places together, being able to canoe. This is how it was before 1492. This is an awesome planet, playing sports. People farming till 12 or 3 o'clock, and then playing sports, trying each other's plants, festivities throughout the day. Yeah, this is a beautiful planet. Shout out to the plants.
That's so young.
I'm gonna remind people how we were living before 1492. Yeah, it's a fact. Shout out to the plants.
Oh, blueberries. Guys, I was just picking these Cape gooseberries to take to Big Boy, and I just found 2 more of these double ones. Look at that. Isn't that so weird? I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's not as rare as I thought, but I've never come across this before, so very strange. Maybe I got lucky, but these are some overachieving fruits. Oh, delicious. That's so beautiful. Okay. Just had to find a shady spot, but I have some sad news to share with you guys. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might already know. But basically, Baby Boy, who was Big Boy's brother, passed away a few months ago, back in November. What happened is I just came out one day and he was randomly limping. I didn't know why. And by the following day, he was looking really ill and wasn't able to use his legs at all. And so got the vets in and also consulted with some avian specialists, and we got a treatment plan going with a bunch of different medications and probiotics, and basically I was having to force feed him every day as well because he wasn't eating at that point. And this went on for quite some.
And this is the beautiful thing about plants, like, there's no need for chemicals when it comes to healing. There's always a certain plant, herb, that a certain diet that can flush out whatever bacteria in the body, like whether it's eating smoothies, for certain periods of time until it's flushed out of the body properly. All kinds of stuff. Me eating a vegan diet, I do it to feel good. And just the overall feeling I get from plants and learning about plants and learning about tofu and how to make cheese from nuts. How to make potato chips from potatoes. How to make, apple juice with apples, like orange juice with orange juice. It's a beautiful plant. Like a lot of these sicknesses today, like a cold or something like that, a lot of it is just you don't give your body the right moisture that it needs, and then you prolong it for too long, and then you don't get juice. So I'm learning about this stuff. I'm like, dang, I'm a doctor myself, so I'm gonna teach people. I'm gonna provide people better options when it comes to plants. When it comes to a lot of this stuff, healing on this planet, growing land, expanding knowledge, science. I'm gonna help in a lot of this stuff. This is gonna be awesome. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to the plants.
Time as that treatment plan kind of continued with his antibiotics and everything that he was on, and I really tried everything that I could to get him to a better place. And during that time, he did get a bit better in himself. He perked up quite a bit, but unfortunately, he still wasn't able to stand or walk on his legs at all. So eventually, got him an X-ray, which was one of the.
And that's the thing, doctors today, they really don't know everything. Like, there's a Dr. Sebi, that cured AIDS, HIV, and to doctors, these things are still considered uncurable. And we have vegan doctors that cured all of these kind of stuff. So we need to start respecting the vegans. We need to start respecting plants. We need to start respecting people that heal with plants. And have a natural, you know, like eating the fruit a day, keeping the doctor away, all this kind of stuff is true. And yeah, just facts. You know, people should be able to be their own doctor, consume whatever plants that they need when they feel like it. Consume juice. If they're going towards a certain color, then that color fruit right there, you know what I'm saying? Like all these different colors on these restaurants and different colors and stuff. The original color is the fruit, you know, like people should be able to flow and walk whatever fruit they need. And going back to that point, like a lot of the time people just need some orange juice or some juice before the cold gets so dry you don't get the right moisture that you need to boost your immune system properly to connect with nature and heal with nature, to connect with plants, to connect with the light, because we are light, we are air, we are plants. This is what plants consist of and need to grow. This is what we need to grow, the air and the light. And we are plants, y'all. Shout out to the plants. But yeah, like, you know, consume fruit, consume plants every day, smoothies, juice. You know, don't let that sickness get so bad to where you get a cold and you have to take some kind of whatever, but you never have to take anything. There's always a plant out there. A natural remedy, natural solution that doesn't need chemicals, poisons, or any of that kind of stuff. But yeah, yo, let's get back to this video.
Things to do because it's quite dangerous to put an older bird under anesthetic. But that was kind of a last resort thing by that point, and it did show that he had septic arthritis in multiple joints, both his legs. And although the full treatment plan that he was on would have usually addressed that kind of thing, unfortunately in his case it just didn't, or it wasn't effective. So yeah, the kindest thing at that point was to put him down. And it is quite sad because, you know, we had these guys since they were little eggs. He's just turned 4 a while ago, and baby died 2 days before their 4th birthday. So, yeah, it's been a bit of an adjustment for Big Boy over here. I spend some time with him each day just to keep him company and give him lots of treats, and hopefully I'll be able to find a new couple of friends for him at some point. But Big Boy over here helped plant a tree for baby, so got a nice fruit tree in his memory. Anyway, guys, we are just chilling in the shade for a bit longer. I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day. Thanks for joining us, and see you in the next one.
But yeah, shout out to that dude. It's a great video right there.
Today.
Go ahead and watch this video right here.
Today, me and Tuck are going to take you along with us for a massive backyard garden harvest. Harvest season is here. Let's go! Let's jump right into the harvesting. We have so many fruits and veggies to grab. Right here, there's so much food packed into this little raised bed. It is insane. This is a self-watering raised bed where we have some wicking cells at the bottom, but you will just be blown away by how much we have in this little spot. Let's start things off with this right here, the purple moon cauliflower. Look at the color of this thing. Let's grab it. Just gonna cut it right at the bottom.
That's a beautiful color.
Grab this. Let's see what we got. The first cauliflower of the season. It's an absolute beauty. Look at that. Picturesque. We have more to grab just right here. Come over here. This is the earliest variety of cabbage that I've ever grown. This is the Foreo cabbage. Look at this. Solid, ready to go. We'll grab this one. Although Tuck is looking like he might want a snack. Let's see if this the little boss wants a little piece of cauliflower. He loves his cauliflower. I'll break him off a little piece here. Tuck, what do you think, boy?
That's what I'm talking about. That's awesome.
This guy loves his cauliflower. Spam some hearts down low if you love seeing the little boss in the videos. Let's go over to this Foreo cabbage. Cut this one out right here. Tuck's trying to grab more. Keep him off for now. This one is ready so early. Delicious tasting cabbage. It's not huge, but it really is a fantastic one to grow. Not bad. I'm just gonna stick this kind of where it was. And then we'll stick this one where it was. And then let's move up here to this green magic broccoli. Check out this head of broccoli right here. Beautiful. We'll harvest this one. If we want, we could harvest this one high, like up here. And then these little shoots, you can see, they'll start putting out more heads. We can get little mini broccoli heads from that if we want. Fresh broccoli, so nice. And remember, this is all from just this one little raised bed. And then come over here, check out this clementine cauliflower. Look at the color on this one. This isn't the biggest one I have, but I'll grab this one. I've got more.
And he's got those little metal crates. You can buy those from any hardware store. That's awesome, man. Shout out to this dude right here.
Look at the color of that thing. Let me grab this one. So you can grow the standard white cauliflower, the white heads, but we like doing things a little different. Growing the ones that just draw you in. Growing veggies like this gets me and Tuck so excited to get out into the garden more. And when it comes down to it, the more time you spend in the garden, the better your garden does. You get such a better feeling of how to protect things, when to plant things, and then out of a small spot you can get a bunch of food. We got a lot of stuff to still grab. Let's move over to a fruit, one of my favorite all-time fruits. Tuck, get out of there, buddy. Come over here. Just right next to us, we've got a whole bed of strawberries. These things are loaded. There's so many strawberries on them. Just come over here real quick. This is my favorite variety, the Shuckson. Look at these.
Awesome.
Look at this strawberry right here. Look at that. These ones taste so good. Look at Tuck over there. Behind. Check him out. Just trying to get to the cauliflower. Get out of there, dude. Get out of there. I'll give you a piece in a little while. This guy's relentless. I might have to carry this one around. But that strawberry, so good. Now check out this one over here. Another one. Look, the Shuckson. Look at this. Oh my gosh. It's already juicing all over me. Let me get a taste. This is real food. Organic, homegrown. You can pop it in your mouth right after harvesting. This is living. Me and Tuck want to mention that we just dropped some new merch at teamgrow.us. It says Team Grow on the front. Then on the back, it has a really cool hand-drawn design of the food forest. You'll find everything in there, even Tuck. And then we have another shirt where the design is on the front. That one's a little cheaper because there's only one design on it. We're real happy with the way they came out. We think they look awesome. So join the team and grab your merch over at teamgrow.us. You don't need a lot of space to grow a lot of food. You guys may remember, I built a mini pallet raised bed. So I built this raised bed out of pallets. It's small, but you can still grow a lot of food in a small location. Check out how loaded with food it is. Let's grab some of these lettuces over here. Everywhere I try to put this thing down, the little boss is going for it. He's been waiting for this harvest about as long as I have. He's just taking bites right out of the side of it. Let me put it up here. And then put the strawberry there. And check this out, we'll grab some lettuces. Look at all the food in here. Look at that lettuce, the tango, the Lala Rosa. Check out how beautiful these are. Let's grab a couple of these. Grab a couple of little Lala Rosas. That is just insane. And then look at all the spinach over here that's ready too. Nice, thick spinach. This is so good with eggs in the morning. Come on, over here now. I'm gonna lay this up here. I would have a harvest bowl, but with the size of some of the harvests that are gonna be coming in, that'd be a lot to carry around. Check this out here. The Chinese yellow cabbage. This thing looks like it has a few little kind of bug bites on it, but man, look how beautiful that is. Can you cut this thing out? These things are massive. Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a heavy one. Let me pull back some of the leaves. There's a few earwigs in here. I've noticed more earwigs this year than some of the other years, but look at that. Look at the size of that. Look how much food that is. Tuck's having fun. The little boss loves being out here. Let's see if we can grab him a carrot, because I think that I have some carrots hidden in this little mini pallet raised bed. I think there's some carrots right here. Let's see if this one. Notice I've just got so much stuff planted in this small spot. Let's see if this carrot is big enough. Not the biggest carrot, but this will keep him occupied for a minute or two. What do you think, Boyo? Let's get the little boss, what he's been looking for, really. Oh yeah, that's the good stuff. All the work we've put in for the season and the year, it's all starting to pay off. Snack on this. Me and Tuck love making these videos because we want to inspire you to grow some of your own food in your backyard. You don't have to grow a whole entire food forest, but you can plant one tree at a time, and it's really the start of a food forest. It's a start of like a better future for your health, for your wellness, and you get to be more connected with nature. There's so many amazing things that come from growing your garden, so we really encourage you to get some stuff planted. We got more stuff to harvest right over here. Check out this raised bed. How much food is packed into here. Unbelievable. Some of the basil looks excellent. More Lala Rosa lettuce back there. Carrots, as you can see. And check it out. Another head of broccoli that needs to be harvested. Move to the right over here. Look at the size of this clementine cauliflower. Massive. More cauliflower right here. Check out this Ruby Perfection cabbage. Nice purple cabbage. Almost ready. We'll let that get bigger though before we harvest it. And then come over here. Let's grab this early Jersey Wakefield cabbage. Look at the shape on this one compared to the Freo. Another early cabbage. Classic EJ, early Jersey Wakefield. Break some leaves back on this one. And one way we're able to get this food is we do a combination of things. We use an insect netting, which keeps all the bugs out, but then we also use BT. I've showed you what it is. It's a fantastic organic spray, and it keeps all those cabbage worms off, so you can be having beautiful cabbage just like that. Look at that. Look at the beauty in that thing. Picturesque. I've got more of them too. Let's set this one up here, nestle it with the cabbage. Tuck's looking for more snacks. And then check out all the food in this bed. I gotta grab a really cool variety of cauliflower. This is the purple of Sicily. Let me show you. And look how that stuff is. Check this one out too. Peek up. Look at this. Oh my gosh, the harvests are coming in heavy. Let's grab this one right here. This is the purple of Sicily. I've got a couple of these planted. Check it out. Look how unique this one looks. It's starting to separate a little bit, but that's okay. Look at the color of that. That's like a painting. This will be perfect to crack off and give Tuck a piece. Tuck, what do you think, boy? This guy's he's a little Italian dog. I'm just rip at it. I think it's more fun to watch Tuck eating the food than me. So you know if this guy's snacking on it, you know that it's Tuck approved, and it's really good stuff. If you turn around, while you're turning, you'll notice we've got asparagus over here. This is finished. We had a bunch of that early in the season. We've got grapes along the sides, and look how much food we have packed into all of our beds here. Some of the same stuff you saw in the other bed, but still just a ridiculous amount of food. Look at all our tomatoes, Drongometrellus. These are going to produce, so much food. I can't wait for it. They're all starting to flower. This is going to be an incredible year. things are already shaping up to be a better year than we've ever had. Just check out the blueberries. Look how much fruit is on this one bush. Look at the clusters. I mean, I gotta stay on top of watering this, maybe give it a little fertilizer because it's really wanting to put out so much fruit. And then here are the pink lemonade blueberries, my favorite variety. They look beautiful, they taste great, they grow fantastic too. Swing over here. Check out the strawberries. We have even more strawberries in here. Looking great. I went out this morning and grabbed a few, but there's still so many to grab. They're just absolutely everywhere. And I gotta show you, we still have a cherry tree that we're gonna harvest some cherries from too. So I gotta show you how beautiful the Rainier is looking right now with fresh, organic cherries.
That's awesome.
We'll grab some in a minute. But check this bed out. Another early Jersey wheat field. Check out the beauty of the bronze mignonette, one of my favorite lettuces. We're gonna grab this one today too. There's just so much stuff. The peas are starting to produce. Look at the yellow pea in here. We're gonna grab some purple and yellow peas in just a little while. And let me just show you this one bed, then we'll go over to the cherries. Well, these two beds. Look at the concept Batavian lettuce. 4 of them 1 square foot. Tell me that's not the most densely packed square foot of food you've ever seen. Beans doing really good. Swinging here. Actually, take a look at the Swiss chard first. Look at the color. This is the Bali red. Isn't that beautiful? And then come over here. Here's 4 lettuce per square foot again. This one's 4 different varieties. They're just like, they can't even contain themselves. There's so much food in that small spot. And then the Brussels sprouts are looking good too. More stuff in here, but similar to the other things. So what me and Tuck want to do is we want to take a step back over there. Me and Tuck want to bring you over into the other fruit forest, grab some cherries and just grab some more harvest because we're still just getting started. Let's move over to the Rainier cherries and grab a few of them. The tree looks amazing. Take a pan over there. Look at the size of this tree. It's one of the first trees that I've ever planted. And man, it's one of my all-time favorite trees. There's nothing like grabbing fresh, sweet cherries right off the tree. Look at the cluster right here. Look at the beauty. You'll see a little bit of the surround kale and clay on there. That's okay, it's just clay. We'll wipe that off real quick and get a taste. And we'll be able to go out and harvest the rest of them. There's some really nice ones in here. I mean, look at this. Let's get a taste real quick though. Unbelievable. Tastes nothing like those things they sell in the store that they say are cherries. So good. Check this out right here. Look at this tower garden. This is the 7-tier one. Look how many strawberries are on this thing. This is the way to grow strawberries. This keeps them off the ground, keeps the bugs off of them, and the harvest is just crazy. And watch, I'm gonna spin. You just back up a little bit. Look at this.
That's another thing too. If you're growing vines, it's good to have the vines leading onto like a fence-like structure. That's an awesome design right there. Yeah, that's awesome. Come on,
I
Frank,
just planted this year too. Look at this cluster here. So you don't need a lot of space to grow a lot of food. Unbelievable. Just blew me away. I got more stuff to grab. Let's go in the back.
Not bad. That's my dog right there.
Check out the size of the rhubarb.
Shout out to the animals. Awesome.
The tomatoes. We've got potatoes in here. The tomatoes along here. Looking beautiful, growing up steaks. We've got young apple trees here. These are going to be producing in the future, even more than they are already, because we do have some apples on them. Blueberries between, right here, with blueberries on them. And let's grab some of these currants in the back. This is the white currants. Look at the clusters of currants on here. Let me grab a couple. These ones taste so dang good. Look at the production of that. Tell me that's not unbelievable. Swing over. We've got 3 different color peas that are ready to be harvested. Peas back here. We've got the standard sugar snap, which you cannot go wrong with. Look how many are on here. Everywhere. We're going to pick them when they're young so they keep flowering. So we just grab a couple of those and tuck. We know this guy loves his peas. They're one of his favorite. All we gotta do is just snap it off and he'll show up. He loves the peas so much, right boy? The only thing that's bad is once he finds out where they are, he's gonna just try to rip them down to get to them. He loves them so much. Swing to your right now. We've got some purple peas. Check this. The sugar magnolia. This one's a little further past, but look at these ones. Look how beautiful they are. And the flowers look gorgeous too. Check out the color of that pink flower. Purple fruit. Ah, awesome. And then swing to your right over here. We've got the yellow peas next to those. Look how nice these look. Tuck, what do you think about the yellow peas, buddy? Let me see. What do you think? Got a decent crunch to them. Good flavor. He's going back for a second bite. That's a good sign. That means it's Tuck approved. And now we've got some.
And that's a good thing. Everyone should feed their animals like some apples, some bananas, peanut butter and apples, peanut butter and bananas. There's all different kind of fruit out there that animals like potatoes, rice, corn, all the dry grains. Yo, that's awesome. These guys dog eating plants. That's an awesome garden these guys. That's awesome. Shout out to this dude.
Squash right here, growing up stakes. Pretty cool. And then you got to see the blackberries. Check out. This is going to be our biggest blackberry harvest ever. It's going to be unbelievable. When you prune these things correctly, they have so much fruit on them. We're going to have to stay on top of watering because that's going to be a lot of fruit. Come this way. I got to grab a really cool snack over here. And you'll just notice, I mean, everywhere there's fruit.
And I noticed too, dogs even like eating almonds, peanuts, dry grain like that. They like eating stuff like that too. They like eating plants. We're all plant beings. We're all plants. Plants need air, light, water to grow, and that's what we are. Air, light, water. This is a beautiful plant, yo. Shout out to plants.
The food forest is just unbelievable when you grow food in your backyard like this. When I first started gardening, it didn't look like this. I made a lot of mistakes, but if you can stick with it, you continue gardening, everything starts to compound. Your knowledge, your understanding, and then ultimately your harvest. So it's super rewarding to have a garden in your backyard like this. Check out this head of lettuce right here.
And you see how he's got that walkway ladder? He's got vines growing on it. That's the way to do it. He's got a nice garden.
A real main type, the Pharrell and Schluss. Look how cool those leaves are like stacked in there like that, like unfolding. I think that looks so awesome. And it's a delicious tasting lettuce too. I'll have to grab some of this. And then we still got peas growing over here, some of these yellow peas, more of a dwarfing pea, but still nice flavor to them, as Tucker showed us. Come over here. We've got another Foreo cabbage ready. Right there. And then you'll notice I'm in an area that gets a little bit more shade, and this is how you can use microclimates to your advantage. So we're in an area that's a little more shaded, and we planted some celery here. Celery is opening like a swamp plant, so it likes an area that's not super sunny, but is nice and the soil's nice and wet and like damp. So we planted our celery here, and look what we got out of it. Tell me this is got to be one of the biggest celery I've ever grown. Look at the size of that thing. Let me get a taste of it. Just let me scoot over here to get out.
That's another thing too. If you're gardening, you want your soil to kind of be damp and moist. You don't want it to get dry and stuff like that. These water systems, a lot of it has to be fixed. We gotta connect the rivers back to places to gather to properly grow plants. Stop taking metals, stop taking oils out of the earth that we need to grow plants. And shout out to the plants, yo, look at all this variety. All the kind of stuff we can cook and create these plants. Shout out.
Sorry, because it's sort of in my eyes. Come over here. Snap this off. Fresh celery right from the backyard. The crunch and the flavor, amazing. We've got more currants right over here, the white currants. I was afraid I thought Tuck might have been getting to the peas. More currants back here, growing underneath the tree. Beautiful. And then right over here we've got more cherries. This is the Stella cherry. I don't think they're ready just yet, but we'll try one. Oop, popped right off. Let me see. Yeah, these are get a dark red, so I don't think this is ready yet. I'll taste it though. Still a little sour. Move this way. We've got our hazelnuts, some pears over there, which I've shown you before. So we'll swing back over to this side. Check out these apples. This is my Honeycrisp apple tree. It's got a lot of the surround kale and clay on it, but it's got even more apples. Check out the size of some of those up there. And then look at the other apple tree here. The Liberty apple. So many apples on it. And then if you swing to your left, anywhere we have space, we're growing tomatoes up stakes. Look at all the tomatoes in there. This year, I thought last year the tomato harvest was crazy. This year is going to be unbelievable. Let me bring you over to here and then we'll close the video out. Check out how many brassicas are here. It's not even that late in the day and it's still getting a little bit of shade, but that's okay. It gets that good early morning sun and it's still, I mean, look how much food is in here. It's unbelievable. And in this bed, I just buried wood chips underneath, so I didn't have to pay much money for soil. The rest of the soil I made myself. That's how you save money and still grow a lot of food. And then we've got the classic pallet raised bed, growing everything up strings. Built this bed for free. So you don't need a lot of money to grow a lot of food. And that's today's video, growers. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope you got something out of it. Me and Tuck had a blast out here. You know he had a blast. He's been a dang menace looking for all the snacks, grabbing everything. He doesn't even like celery that much, but yeah, he doesn't want to go for that one. He's probably still looking for some more peas. It's been such a great year, and we just wanted to thank everyone for being a part of Team Grow. And if you do want to join the team, hit the Join Now button down below. And then we also wanted to mention, we have our new website, teamgrow.us, where you can get a lot of these awesome products, like spin around here, this raised bed that I showed you, and the covers made a massive difference. This kept all the insects out, and I took it off now because the plants got so big that I couldn't even keep the cover on anymore. So we got the raised beds. Something that's really awesome that we really love this year too are the lights. The lights are so cool. They're solar lights. You never have to charge them. But when you come here at night, it adds such a awesome feeling when you can just walk around, see all the beds, and it's such a fun thing to be a part of.
That's another thing too. You just made a really good point. You can grow plants in a greenhouse, like in an environment, and then when they're ready to be planted out in the open, then you plant them. Like everyone should have a greenhouse set up with like fruit trees, but it really is simple. Like you say, you have a screen over the vegetables with bugs, but like when it comes to bugs and insects, a lot of that stuff can be fixed when rivers are connected again to the places to gather. And because the bugs and the insects, they belong deep in the ground, creating that movement in the ground needed for plants. Because like bees, insects and flies and all that, they're just as important because they have moisture and things needed for plants to continue to grow, and we are plants. And without that movement of bees and insects and butterflies and birds, we literally perish because we need animals, we need good people to be able to represent these things righteously. And yeah, you made a really good point, just being able to cover it with a screen for it until it's able to grow again. Like, I've had vegetables, like, you grow it in a little greenhouse until the seed gets big enough, and then you grow out in the sun. Because with plants, sometimes they need shade, and then when it's ready to grow out in the sun, then you put it out in the sun. That's how a lot of plants are usually. But learn how plants grow in your area. You know, learn how learn what plants grow good in your area. And yeah, this is an awesome planet, yo. Shout out to this planet, shout out to nature, shout out to the plants, shout out to life, shout out to the animals, shout out to humanity. And yeah, yo, shout out to the people seeking truth. Drop a like if you're enjoying this video, and let's continue.
Me and Tuck wanted to mention and thank you to one of our new channel members, Paula Evans. Thanks for being a part of Team Grow. Thanks for having your hand in everything we're doing out here. Tuck looks like he's gonna want some more snacks. We're gonna go around, grab a bunch more strawberries and cherries and all different stuff, and then we'll see you guys real soon. Tuck and James will be back to you again shortly. We out.
We're gonna find a couple more videos. This video is called Grape Harvesting and Prepare Old Fashioned Grape Jam Country Life Vlog. Let's watch this. He's making grape jam. Video is great, fun, real good. Great vineyard. And people can create ponds, they can get ducks, all kind of stuff. Like, this is an awesome planet, yo. Shout out to the planet, shout out to this beautiful planet. Create rivers, waterfalls, you know, guiding the river flow properly. People need to connect the rivers back to the land because the land's being dried out. And there's gonna earthquake, you know, and stuff. All these different theories about what can happen in the land. Unrighteous people going nuclear. You know, all these different kind of aspects. Creating plagues, drying out the land, drying out the moisture in the land that we need for oxygen and plants. And they're just drying this stuff out, so you know, we're gonna have to grow plants, y'all. Plants are the solution. And sharing this out is the solution. Shout out to the plants, yo. Let's go. you got the dog sparring, steel sharpening steel. It's a beautiful thing, man. She's tending the grapes. She's about to make a grape jam. I'm probably gonna play another couple videos after this and the live stream, clean up my room even more, making my setup real nice and make it even nicer. Yeah, I'm thankful to get on this live, testing out the lives, getting it done, man.
Chicken Al Pastor is back at Chipotle.
I think about I'm in the mood for some grape juice. Growing up, grape juice and apple juice. Orange juice be some of my favorite juices. I love me some grape juice. Shout out to the grape juice.
When I came to Full Sail, I definitely met the people that I will know.
Lucky. Wow. There's some good mushrooms right there. Good brother. Now that I think about it, that's another thing I'm gonna react to. Mushroom growing. Mushroom growing is one of the coolest things. Look at that. Mushrooms are so good too. Look at that mushroom he's picking from his yard. That's beautiful. You got the dogs playing. I get too rough. Sparring, steel sharpening steel. You got the dude cooking, you got the lady cooking. That's a beautiful thing right there. You got the ladybugs, that's a sign of well taken care of nature. You got a nice setup. You got a little mini house right there. About to make it jam. Hopefully she's using unbleached, unchemical sugar right there. You don't want to be using unnatural sugar or anything. Use sugar, use natural sugar. You don't need to use a lot. Depending on what you're making. Shout out to the natural sugar. Every plant can create beautiful stuff. Oil, beef, smooth, cheese, wine, jam, all kinds of stuff. Awesome. Put that jam on some bread. That looks good. Look at that, he built his own little river pond. That's awesome. The ducks got something to drink, swim in. Hopefully he's got him on a plant diet. Getting him smart. Every bean deserves to eat plants and eventually become a bean. Go to walk. Beautiful animals on this planet. You have the responsibility to make sure animals get the right plants. And make sure they be great options for humans and animals. Plant options. Vegan burgers, burritos, vegan pizza, every nut cheese, chocolate coconut milk, almond milk, every nut cheese, yo, any pizza. Make all kind of stuff for humanity, yo. Every plant vaccine. Have people take a vaccine with vegan options right after. Bill Gates had people take a vaccine with the burger. I'm gonna have people take an every plant vaccine if they want to take it. I'm gonna have it available. You know what I'm saying? Every plant vaccine, and the side effects are just gonna show people are gonna be able to play sports better. People are gonna be able to function better, think better with every plant vaccine. Realize we're all one. You know, all kind of stuff, all kind of great benefits. Create all kind of stuff for this planet. Look at that, yo. That looks good right there. I'm probably gonna make that recipe one day too. Natural recipe made at home. A little bit of sugar and some grapes. Good stuff right there.
I believed in this world once.
It's called an overdeveloped sense of justice. Do you know where that comes from?
I had no idea how much we would change things.
Switch to Walmart Pharmacy and get same-day prescriptions and groceries delivered.
Beautiful planet. Beautiful people. Beautiful planet.
Hello?
Let's search up.
Malcolm has been intentionally hiding himself from this family for years. This family's non-stop antisocial behavior is toxic to me.
What is wrong with you?
You'll never know. The court sealed that report.
See how crazy these shows and movies are? Like, there needs to be better examples of shows and movies, yo. Better products made of plants. Better shows helping people evaluate plants and I'm trying to find those videos and tutorials where people are growing it. But they're just showing people picking it, but that's good too. I'll just show that for now. picking it and they're making recipes with it. So let's see, man, this is gonna be awesome. Let's go.
Wow, it is so good. Wow, it's so crispy.
This is an awesome video, y'all. This is gonna be the last video I react to. Shout out to the plants. She's got green beans, she's got mangoes. She got some awesome harvest growing in her yard. Shout out to the plants. Shout out to this girl. She's got an awesome yard. Let's go. And look, she's got it growing on really nice fencing. Keep it growing. Keep the vines growing. That's awesome. Shout out to this girl making this awesome video. Let's go. beautiful thing about plants. Like, everyone has to be growing plants. And once the plants get mature enough, they'll be able to share it, have it in baskets in front of the yard for free, able to go to other yards, try it out, able to go to markets. You can walk in with a basket of goods and then trade that basket of goods, give it to the market, and then fill your basket with whatever you want in that market. That's a really good way of doing stuff. You know, let's go. Shout out to the plants. Let's continue.
Nothing compares to the taste of Kraft Real Mayo. So whether you're cooking for 3 or for 30, you can always turn to the balanced, homemade taste of Kraft Real Mayo, crafted with simple pantry ingredients.
There's this dude on YouTube I'm react to too. He makes vegan mayo, all kinds of stuff. It tastes even better, and it makes you feel better. So can't go wrong. Plant stuff. Like, even all these Windexes, look, they got plants on it, plant colors. Why not just put plants in the cleaning products that we're spraying in our kitchens and stuff? You know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff can be fixed. We can be healthy without sickness and disease. Actually, that should be beans, fermented beans, like soy sauce, not even dairy flavor, or flavored with nut cheese, fermented nuts. And it's just not possible to keep eating animals how the planet's going. Ever since 1492, they've been getting people from races that eat animals. All races, farm races.
Now time to taste. Taste with me.
The animals will get sick. The animals become weak. If you just keep eating animals, the animals deserve to eat with plants, eat grain, eat grass, and when ready to eat fruit. Yeah, yo, peace, love, and light. That's it for the video. Peace. There'll be more on